Hello everyone, welcome. My name is The Iron, and today I want to talk to you guys about what you should be spending platinum on. What is the best thing to spend platinum on, in my opinion. This is going to be an opinionated video. You can do whatever the hell you want with your own platinum, that is your choice. However, I just want to advise you a little bit. So, as we can see, we've got a lot of primes. And a lot of these I did buy with platinum. Now I don't buy the ones that you can farm the relics. A lot of the relics are essentially vaulted, so it's pretty much impossible to get them until they come into the rotation again. So if we look in my foundry here, I bought a mag prime, and I bought this with platinum. The reason being, I have 0 relics for mag prime, and I wanted an anti-corpus kind of frame, so I ended up buying mag. I can't get the relics, so the next best thing, you could buy the relics off people. However, I just went and bought the frame. It is what it is, but my opinion is I wouldn't buy any prime weapons or any prime frames unless the relics were vaulted. If you are able to farm relics, if you're able to farm the specific relics, then I suggest you farm the relics and then save your platinum for something else. For example, you might want to get yourself a nice ribbon mod for whatever main weapon you use, or maybe you want to get yourself something that does a lot of damage to like the profit takers, so you can get the Corvus here. There's a lot of things that you can get with platinum, so just try not to burn it all just on warframes and weapons. Yes, it's gonna help your mastery, however, it's not worth it. There are much better things that you can buy. So, one of the many things that I have ended up buying with platinum is essentially the appearances. So if we look, we've got Frost, who looks substantially different. I definitely need to change that purple. That's really bright. That's too much purple. Oh, this is Oberon, sorry, but he looks different. It was Frost I was looking for. Give me a second. Apparently I don't know the alphabet, but as you can see, Frost looks different than what he did when he had the prime skin on. That's because we bought the Harker skin, and I have done this for a lot of the frames. I have brought the different specific skins, just the ones that in my opinion look better. I absolutely hate the Frost prime skin. If we look here, I just don't like it at all. Other people might share different opinions, and that's fine. It's all personal preference, but I spent a lot of platinum when it comes to appearances for all of the warframes that I use. So you could potentially do that. Do I recommend it? Yes, because you want to, I guess, in your own eyes, you want to look good while you're running about in that specific warframe. And the outfits that I pay close attention to, if we pick Octavia, I love the way Octavia Prime looks in her regular Octavia Prime outfit. But if we look here, we're looking for essentially the cutscene. So if we click this, as you can see, no cutscene. We click this, and there's the cutscene. This is the premium skin. This is the skin that is supposed to look just as good, if not better than the prime. Me personally, I just like the way Octavia looks. I like all the energy that comes off her, and yeah, so that's why I didn't bother buying for Octavia. She looks good how she is, in my opinion, and that is another thing you can spend platinum on. It is super important that you feel that you look good in your own eyes when you're running about playing this game. So next is going to be probably the most important in my eyes. I'm going to give a special mention to the marketplace before we do that, because the marketplace has some really cool items. You can get former bundles, which again, if we type in former here, we type in former, as you can see, one former is 20 plat, 3 formers is 35. It's kind of a no-brainer to go with the 3 former bundle, and that's essentially what I always go for. Or a former, I tend not to touch these. I just farm these in like arbitrations and wherever else. You could also get some die packs for your cats or your dogs or whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff on the marketplace. Now, the most important things in my eyes, okay, you guys might not agree with this, but it's going to be the boosters. These are what is going to make the game so much more enjoyable, so much more easier. So let's say you've got a load of frames and a load of weapons that you need to level up. What are you going to pick? Well, it's simple. You're going to pick the affinity booster, right? So I usually pick the 3-day affinity booster. This is your XP. The reason I pick 3 days is if you buy a month for 200 plat, obviously you are going to be saving if you buy the month. However, can you really guarantee that you're going to be on this game every single day for a month? Anything could happen, like things could pop up. You could, I don't know, your other half's complaining and you have to go on date nights or whatever it may be. I usually just stick to the 3-day one. I do end up spending more. However, I don't waste as much. So 3 days for me is perfect. Now, that's the affinity booster. I only make sure I've got this when I have things to level up. It's kind of wasted if you don't have things to level up, if you don't have mastery to gain, and you are using one of these. It is kind of wasted. So, next we are looking at the resource booster. The resource booster, I always make sure this is on. I always make sure I've got one. For the simple reason is, it'll give you a hell of a lot more loot. And that's just the fact of it. It'll give you a lot more loot. And again, we go for the 3-day one, just because we don't know how many days we're going to miss, so the 3-day one for me is perfect. Now, next, the credit booster. You are not going to want this on all of the time. The reason being is, you only want this on really when you're farming credits. So when you're in the index, or maybe you're in the profit taker, or you're doing something that'll give you a lot of credits. I think the Railjack does it as well. That's when you want this credit booster on. Other than that, save your plat for something else. So, if we look at the drop chance booster, what we do for arbitrations is we make sure all 4 of us have a drop chance booster and a resource booster, but drop chance being the main thing, because if all 4 of you have a drop chance booster, when you kill them drones, you have really good drop rates on the Vitus Essence. So drop chance booster, as soon as we go into an arbitration, we'll all buy a drop chance booster just to increase the Vitus Essence. And then once we get out, if we spend an hour or 2 in there, once we get out, we've already made that platinum back, because it's a really good source of platinum. But yeah, these boosters, for me, in my opinion, are the most important thing in this game, hands down, to buy with platinum. You've just got to, I guess, manage your platinum when you buy them. So affinity is only when you've got a load of weapons to upgrade. Credit booster is when you're farming credits, you don't need it any other time. Resource booster, always make sure that's on. It's going to give you a load of resources. You can feed to your helmet, whatever you need to do. You might need it for future frames, future weapons, whatever it may be, future amps. And then the resource drop chance, we personally only use that when we're in arbitrations, but again, you can get it if you want to increase chances at argon crystals, tellurium. It's up to you when you guys end up buying it, but I usually do it just for arbitrations, and that's just my opinion on it. But let me know what you guys think of this video. What do you spend your platinum on? Let me know down below. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new, you want to make your way back to the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.